Hello and welcome to this social anxiety release session number 4. My name is Dr. Paul Ogilvie from LiberationInMind.com. And so as you can get the best out of this session, aim to listen to it every day for a week, or at least 3 times in a week, and after that you can listen to this session whenever you want to. And before we begin, if you're listening to this on the website, please do the brief tapping routine that comes with this session. You can pause this video here for a moment while you take 1 or 2 minutes to do the tapping now. If you're not listening to this on the website, you're welcome to visit LiberationInMind.com for more information about the tapping, which is a great tool to use alongside this hypnotherapy session. Please do not listen to this session whilst driving or operating in machinery or equipment, or in any situation in which your attention is required. And please do not listen to this session if you suffer with epilepsy or schizophrenia or bipolar disorder or any other significant mental health disorder. And during this session, you'll be in control at all times, and any time you need to, you can come out of this hypnotherapy session and be instantly awake and alert and able to respond to whatever you need to do. And this session is not a substitute for professional medical health care. You should always seek the advice of your doctor for any symptoms or medical conditions you may have. And if you can, use headphones to listen to this session. The headphones reduce distracting outside noise, so it allows your mind to focus on the hypnotherapy session. So let's begin. Make yourself comfortable, sitting or lying down, and gently allow your eyes to close. And just begin to focus your attention on your breathing, taking deep breaths in and out, and each breath is relaxing you more and more. Imagine as you breathe in, you're breathing in calmness and relaxation, and as you breathe out, release any tension from your body. Breathing in calmness, breathing out tension, and each breath is relaxing you more and more. As your body relaxes, your mind relaxes, all tension just draining away, and calmness filling you completely. And now let your breathing become easy and pleasant as you go deeper and deeper, relaxed. And now I'd like you to focus your attention on the sound of my voice, just the sound of my voice, and the pauses between my words help you go deeper and deeper, relaxed. And you may notice other sounds around you, and that's okay. Allow your mind to notice them, and then gently allow them to drift away, helping taking you deeper and deeper. And now, just think about relaxing every muscle in your body, from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, relaxing every muscle. And notice how very comfortable your body's beginning to feel. And the wonderful thing about relaxing a muscle so completely is that any muscle touching that muscle will also relax. And any muscle touching those muscles will also relax. And notice that relaxation in your temples, and relax the muscles of your temples. Feel them relax. Let all the muscles in your forehead relax, and feel those muscles smoothing out now, smooth and relaxed. And let your eyes relax, deeply relax, and your eyelids feeling so comfortable, so heavy, so relaxed. And relax your jaw, and let your teeth part a little, and relax your jaw. And now let all the muscles in your neck and shoulders relax, and feel a heavy weight being released from your shoulders as you feel comfortable and more relaxed. And as all the muscles in your neck and shoulders relax, you feel that deep, soothing relaxation going all the way down your back, all the way down, down, so deeply relaxed to the lower part of your back. Let your muscles go, relaxing you more and more, and let that deep, comfortable relaxation go down your arms and into your fingers, smoothing out all those muscles. And you may feel a warmth in the palms of your hands, and that's okay. And you may feel so relaxed you can barely lift your arms. They are so heavy, so heavy, so relaxed. Relax all the muscles in your chest. Just let them go. And relax all the muscles in your stomach and abdomen, feeling all your muscles so deeply relaxed. Let all the muscles in your legs feel deeply relaxed, so comfortable, so heavy, so relaxed. All of the muscles in your legs so completely relaxed, all the way down to the tips of your toes. And notice just how relaxed and comfortable your body feels as it goes deeper and deeper, relaxed. And in this place of deep, comfortable relaxation, imagine you're standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. And the staircase can be made of whatever you wish. It can be made of wood, or stone, or marble, or whatever you wish. And there are 10 steps leading down this staircase. And in a moment, you can go down these steps, and as you hear me count off each of the steps, you can step down one step, going deeper with each step you take, beginning now. 10, 9, going deeper and deeper. 8, 7, more and more relaxed. 6, 5, 4, twice as relaxed as before. 3, 2, 1 and 0. And now, stepping off the bottom step, you can find yourself in a place that is comfortable and safe for you to be. A place of safety and security and tranquility and calmness and peace. And in this calm and safe place in your mind, just let your thoughts drift and just observe your thoughts about things that have happened in the past or might happen in the future. And these thoughts affect how you view the past, the present, and the future. And a thought is sometimes a judgment or a perspective on things. And when you experience a thought like that, immediately ask yourself, who would you be without that thought? And what would you feel without that thought. And there is always more than one way to view an event, and despite what we may tell ourselves, there is no absolute right or wrong way for us to think about something that has happened in the past, or what is happening now, or what may happen in the future. For one person, speaking in front of other people might be exciting or even a thrill for them. That's their thought about the situation. But for another person, it could be the most terrifying thing possible. The event of speaking in front of people is the same, but the realities of that event is different for different people, depending on their thoughts about the event. So it is the thoughts you have that decide how you view that event. We sometimes call it the perspective we have on things. Things that have happened in the past, or are happening now, or things that might happen in the future. One of the nice things about being in hypnosis is that it allows you to experience different perspectives or different judgments for the same event. It's like looking at the world using a different lens. What a difference that can make, looking at the world through a different lens and seeing a different reality. Looking at events through a different lens, a different perspective, a different judgment, a different thought. And thoughts create our reality, and thoughts create our feelings and emotions, and all of this can change if you want it to. You can use a different thought, a different lens, and see the world in a different way. The events and the people are still the same, but the experience of them is different, because you have chosen to view them using a different thought, to view them through a different lens. And the different lenses you can use depends on what's right for you. And knowing what is right for you is there inside you. Sometimes you just have to be quiet and listen and trust your inner voice. And sometimes you might decide to change a judgment or a thought in a positive way, and by doing that you can let go of the old thought, the old judgment that you don't want anymore. Just like the clothes you used to wear as a child. They served their purpose well back then, but today those clothes are inappropriate for you now. So when a thought comes along and it makes you feel bad or uncomfortable, immediately ask yourself, who would you be without that thought? And if that thought is no longer of any use to you, you can let it go, because you like the way you feel when you no longer have that thought. Just like when you change a lens and the world appears to be a different place, even though the events and the people are the same. Your world can change by changing a thought, by changing a judgment, by changing how you view yourself, how you view what has happened in the past, or what is happening now, what may happen in the future. So changing a thought changes the lens through which you view the world. And even though the events and the people are the same, your reality has changed. And without that thought that used to trouble you, who would you be? And how would you feel? And what would you do? And sometimes thoughts come and go so fast that we are barely aware of them before they are gone again. But what we do notice is the emotions and the feelings that the thoughts leave behind. So your emotions are like clues to the thoughts that have caused them. So when you are not in hypnosis and going about your normal day-to-day life, you suddenly feel anxious or fearful or irritable or frustrated or angry, just ask yourself what thought has caused that feeling. Be open to the answer, and then ask, who would you be without that thought? And what would you feel without that thought? Just imagine having the intense curiosity of a child. When you feel bad or any sort of negative emotion, like fear or anxiety or stress or irritability or guilt or anger, imagine using that curiosity of a child to ask that question. What thought has caused these negative feelings? And then ask, who would you be without that thought? Imagine what you would feel without that thought. And enjoy that experience, being without that thought. And let's practice this now. Practice using the intense curiosity of a child to automatically question what thoughts are behind your emotions. So go back into your past, to an event which caused you to feel bad in some way, like feeling fearful or anxious or stressed or angry or irritable. Just let that event drift into your mind now, and as it does, immediately use your curiosity to ask yourself what thought is behind that negative emotion, and then ask, who would you be without that thought? How would you feel without that thought? And what would you do without that thought? And just enjoy a different perspective for that event, like you're looking at the event through a different lens, seeing a different way. That's right. Because seeing the world through a different lens allows you to let go of thoughts you no longer want, and by doing so, your life improves, your life becomes better, as you become happier inside. And whether it happens now or at some time in the future, if you feel bad or any sort of negative emotion, like fear or anxiety or irritability or anger or guilt, use that curiosity of a child to uncover the thought that has caused that emotion by asking yourself what thought has caused that emotion, and who would you be without that thought, and what would you feel without that thought. And just enjoy experiencing a different reality, even though the events and the people remain the same. The reality for you has changed because you're viewing the world through a different lens. And what could be better than changing a meaning like that and view the world through a different lens, changing it to something that makes life better for you, makes you feel stronger and happier too. Imagine how good your life will be. And changing a lens like that can be as hard or as simple as asking yourself a question. That question comes from curiosity, like the curiosity of a child. And with that curiosity, you ask, what thought has caused this bad feeling or negative emotion? And who would you be without that thought? And what would you do without that thought? And how would you feel without that thought? Enjoy that experience of the world using a different lens. You start with the question, what thought has caused this emotion? And who would you be without that thought? And now, let your mind go back to any events in the past that have caused you anxiety or fear. And as you view those events, use your newfound curiosity to ask yourself that question. What thought has caused this fear or anxiety? And who would you be without that thought? And what would you do without that thought? And how would you feel without that thought? Enjoy using your newfound curiosity to ask yourself those questions to any negative emotions or feelings you experience from events in your past. I'll give you some silence while you practice asking those questions about things in the past that cause you anxiety or fear. That's right. And what could be better than changing a meaning like that and view the world through a different lens, changing it to something that makes life better, makes you stronger and happier too. Imagine how good your life can be and all the things you can do. And now it's time to think about coming back, and in a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 10, and with each count you'll find yourself becoming more awake and alert, so that by the time we reach 10 you'll have your eyes open and you'll be fully wide awake, feeling refreshed, wonderful and alert. 1, 2, 3, beginning to feel more awake. 4, 5, more alert. 6, 7, becoming more alert and awake. 8, 9, 10, eyes open and fully wide awake. And you may like to stretch and rest where you are for a few moments before we start to move around. And if you enjoyed this session, I'd be grateful if you could share it with somebody who might also benefit from it. Thank you.